The Baiji, also known as the Yangtze River dolphin, Chinese river dolphin, Han river dolphin, or white river dolphin, is one of 5 species of freshwater dolphins in the world. Their sleek gray and white bodies were between 7.5 to 8.2 feet in length, females slightly larger than the males. They had almost completely non-existent dorsal fins, short pectoral fins, long beaks, and tiny beady eyes. Due to their poor eyesight combined with the murky waters they lived in, the Baiji used a series of clicks and squeaks in order to communicate, navigate their environment, and find food. They also used their long beaks to feel for prey along the muddy riverbed. Baiji were social creatures who lived in small pods of around 2 to 6 individuals, sometimes 10 to 16. They usually swam at speeds of 19 to 25 miles per hour, but in an emergency, they could swim up to 35. In Chinese folklore, the dolphin was revered as a goddess, a symbol of peace, prosperity, and a protector of fishermen. The Baiji was believed to be a reincarnation of a girl in a legend who escaped her perverted captor by jumping overboard into the river during a storm. Although the Yangtze River dolphin was heavily admired in Chinese literature and history, there is strangely very little, if any, artistic representation outside of scholarly drawings, that is, to exist, which is probably why they were completely unknown to the West until the early 1900s. The fateful day of February 18, 1914, then 17-year-old Chinese-American Charles Macaulay Hoy was going on a duck hunt when a pod of Baiji swimming by caught his attention instead. He later reported, "When shot, it gave a cry like that of a water buffalo calf." He ended up selling the skull and cervical vertebrae of his prize to the Smithsonian Institution back in America, where it was classified not as a humpback dolphin as originally believed, but its own distinct species by Garrett S. Miller Jr. And it pretty much went downhill from there. The rise of industrialization in China led to massive dams being erected, pollution, and more boats than ever in the dolphin's habitat. The use of motorboats increased, the noise from which confused the dolphins and made echolocation increasingly difficult for them. Baiji ended up becoming entangled in fishing gear and colliding into boats, which killed them. Overfishing also meant less food for the dolphins. Desperation from the Chinese famine also drove people to hunt their own river goddess as a source of food. In a matter of just a few decades, only one remained. The last known living Baiji was a male named Chi-Chi. He was rescued from an accidental capture in fishing gear in 1980 when he was just about 2 years of age. He was then sent to the Institute of Hydrobiology in the Chinese Academy of Sciences, where he lived the rest of his days until he died at the age of 24, July 14, 2002. Depending on the source, Baiji are still considered to be critically endangered, but a search in 2006 turned up completely devoid of any sign of their continued existence. Baiji were believed to inhabit the Yangtze River for tens of millions of years, and it only took 5 decades to wipe them all out. The Chinese river dolphin might as well be the first dolphin species ever to be driven to extinction.